Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are at Eastern High School. That's in Greentown, Indiana. It's just about 10 miles east of Kokomo. We'll mention this is the home of the Comets. We welcome you to today's education based high school varsity boys baseball game. It's the Central Catholic Knights and the Eastern Comets. This internet radio broadcast is made possible by audiosportsonline.net. That's ASO. That's Robbie Kendall providing internet radio access for putmeinsports.com since 2008. We do thank you for tuning in. We'll mention this is a brand new complex, Eastern Comet Sports Complex. A friend of mine going to do the PA. That is Matt Jensen. Matt Jensen has been an Eastern Comet. I tell you what, he's never not been an Eastern Comet. His dad was all-state tight end back in his playing days at Eastern High School. And Matt Jensen's going to do the PA. He'll do the disc jockey. He'll be the disc jockey. He'll keep the scoreboard. I think he's going to be the only guy working the controls up in the booth. We do thank you for tuning in. We'll mention this game is going to be a good one. We're looking for a good one. Coach Bourdonnais, Coach Heisner got together. They're both athletic directors for their respective schools. They got together and make the makeshift ball game. It's happening right here on the diamond today. They put it together in a matter of about 24 hours time. And they're going to play right here. And it's a beautiful day. Got up to 76 degrees today. The weatherman said that we've hit the 80-degree temperature four times this month, the month of April. Month of April going to be gone after tonight. But they said the average for the month of April is only about 2 times hitting the 80-degree mark. We've done it 4 times. We'll mention a little bit about the Eastern Comets. Eastern Comets High School, they have an enrollment of 456. They're Class 2A, Sectional 39. There are 6 in their sectional. Their sectional consists of Alexandria, the Eastern Comets, Elwood, Madison Grant, Taylor, Tipton. The principal at Eastern Comet High School is Brad Fugit. The athletic director, as mentioned, he's also the baseball coach. That's Mr. Eric Heisner. Matt tells me he's a great coach. And we'll mention the athletic secretary is Julie Woodall, and an absolutely athletic secretary worth mentioning. She does a tremendous job for the athletic director. And we'll mention Eastern Comet High School is located at 421 South Harrison Street, Greentown, Indiana, 46936. We will mention this baseball, tennis, probably softball. I think softball's back near the school, but this is an off-campus baseball facility and for the tennis courts. And the address here is 622 South 850 East. We'll mention on the web you can find Eastern Comets at gocometsathletics.com. They wear the collars green and gold. They perform in the Hoosier Heartland Conference. Hoosier Heartland Conference consisting of 8 teams, and they are alphabetically Carroll, Clinton Central, Clinton Prairie, Delphi, Eastern Comets, Sheridan, Taylor, Tri-Central. The Eastern Comets baseball team, they are currently 11 wins, 5 losses. They did tie 1 game. That was versus Manchester. That was in the early part of the season. And I will mention that was on April the 10th. So they ran out of daylight, had to call it a tie game. And we'll mention who the Eastern Comets in the Hoosier Heartland Conference, they are 2 wins, 2 losses. And again, we'll mention the athletic director and the baseball coach is Eric Heisner. The next game on the agenda for the Comets, they're going to play tomorrow. That'll be May the 1st. I think it says 7 p.m. I got that out of Max Preps. 7 o'clock start. It'll be the Taylor Titans right here at Eastern Comet High School. But this is off campus. They do have lights. They look like the really nice lights. They have a lot of decoration around here. They are proud, and they should be. And we'll mention a little bit about the Eastern Comet sectional. Their sectional is going to consist of, well, you know that, it's Alexandria, Eastern, Elwood, Madison Grant, Taylor, and Tipton. We'll mention the first game. Game 1 in the sectional will feature Tipton and Alexandria. Game 2 will be Taylor and Eastern. Eastern will be the home team. They're in the bottom bracket, and so will Alexandria. Game 3 will consist of the winner of those two games. And then game 4 will be Madison Grant and Elwood. Elwood will be the home team. And then that's how their sectional is going to pair up. And we'll mention a little bit about Central Catholic Knights High School. We'll mention Lafayette Central Catholic. They have a school enrollment of 296. Their school was founded in 1956. Their Class 1A, Sectional 54, 6 in their sectional. Their sectional will take place at Central Catholic High School. In their sectional, alphabetically, it is Attica, Covington, Fountain Central, Lafayette Central Catholic, North Vermilion, Riverton Park. The principal at Central Catholic High School is Daryl Beck. The athletic director is Tim Bourdonnais. The assistant athletic director is Charlie Roberts. The athletic trainer is Sarah Igo. Central Catholic High School is located at 2410 South 9th Street, Lafayette, Indiana, 47909. You can reach them by telephone at 765-474-2496. On the web, you can find them at lccathletics.com. They wear the colors navy and whites. They perform in the Hoosier Conference. Hoosier Conference is made up of 9 teams. Presently, it stacks up like this. In the East Division, Western, they're 12-1. They're 5-0 among East Division foes. Hamilton Heights, second place. Presently, they're 8-6. They're 4-1 versus East Division foes. Then it's Northwestern. Northwestern Tigers, they're 7-6. They are 0-4 versus East Division opponents. And the Tipton Blue Devils are currently 2 wins, 10 losses. They're 0-5 in the East Division. Now the West Division, there are 5 teams in the West. Right now it's Lafayette Central Catholic at the top. They're 14-4 on the season. They're 7-0 versus West Division opponents. Twin Lakes, they're 10-3 on the season. They are 4-1 versus opponents in the West Division. Benton Central, the Bison, are 7-7. They're 3-3 versus opponents in the West Division. West Lafayette, the Red Devils, are 2-10 on the season. They're 1-5 versus opponents in the West Division. And Rensselaer Central, they're 2-13. They're 0-6 versus opponents in the West Division. Central Catholic Knights are currently 14 wins, 4 losses on the season. As mentioned, there's 7 wins, 0 losses in the West Division of the Hoosier Conference. The head coach is Mr. Tim Bourdonnais. Tim Bourdonnais is a 1987 graduate from Central Catholic High School. And the Knights are going to play again. They'll play again. It'll be this Friday. As far as we know, it'll be this Friday, May the 3rd, a 6 p.m. ball game. Lebanon and LCC. You can catch that game live or later from putmeinsports.com. Now we'll talk about the Knights and their opponents in that sectional. That's Class 1A, Sectional 54. That will be played at Lafayette Central Catholic High School. Game 1 will feature the North Vermilion Falcons. They'll go against the Fountain Central Mustangs, and Mustangs will be the home team. In Game 2, it'll be Covington, the Trojans, going against the Lafayette Central Catholic Knights. Knights will be the home team. Game 3 will feature the winner of those two ball games, and we'll mention the Game 4 ball game will be Attica, the Red Ramblers, at Riverton Park, the Panthers. They have earned the bye, and they'll need one win to get to the championship game. So, so that's how it's going to pan out. This is the 57th annual baseball state tournament, and Coach Board they put that online. I think it was Snap right there, and I would not have known that was going to happen. I didn't see it live, but I watched it take place. Greg Rakestraw was the host. I tell you what, he is a darn good host. He calls basketball games, football games, baseball games. He does a very fine job. Kind of admirational towards him. I've been to lunch with him a few times. He's a good man. We went to Skyline Chili probably 3 or 4 times. So they're getting ready to have the plate meeting here at home plate. We'll go ahead and mention the Eastern Comets. They'll take the field defensively. They'll be the home team. Eastern Comets are going to line up like this. Their pitcher in today's ball game is going to be number 7, Corbin Snyder. Corbin Snyder will mention on the season. He's got 32 and 1/3 innings under his belt. He's got an ERA of 1.08. This is going to be appearance number 8 on the season. This is going to be game start number 6. And we'll mention complete games. He has 2 complete games. We're talking about Corbin Snyder, number 7 for the Eastern Comets. He's given up 13 hits. That's in 32 and 1/3 innings. That's remarkable. 10 were singles. He's given up 1 double, 1 triple, and he's given up 1 home run. Runs scored while he's been on the pitcher's rubber. 12 runs scored. 5 of those runs were earned. He has walked 12 batters. He has struck out 67. Batters faced, he's faced 131 batters. And he has hit 2 batters along the way. So Eastern Comets will mention his battery partner, home plate, is going to be number 4, Jonathan Warren. Jonathan Warren and Corbin Snyder going to hook up in today's ball game, pitcher catcher. And I will also mention at first base, it's going to be number 5, Perry Kokensparger. He'll play first. At second base, it'll be number 1, Ethan Acord. And it's number 1, Acord at second. At shortstop, it's going to be number 10, Colt Snyder. Colt Snyder, I'm guessing he's the brother of Corbin. I'm guessing that. I don't know that for a fact. They may be cousins. But we'll also mention at third base, it's going to be number 14, Riley Lee. Riley Lee will play third base. In left field, it'll be number 12, J.T. Atherton. J.T. Atherton will be in left field. Center fielder will be number 2, Alistair Schrock. Alistair Schrock, he may be relation to Glenn Schrock there in Arcadia. Sherry Schrock, Glenn's wife. I know Glenn Schrock grew up right here, Eastern Comet High School. He's been a state policeman for more than 20 years. He's been the marshal of Arcadia for more than 20 years. He's retired now, but they enjoy sports, and they enjoy sports thoroughly. They attend a lot of events. And we'll also mention in right field is number 20, Colin Otto. Colin Otto will play right field. So they're going over the rules right there at home plate. Coach Heisner is talking to the umpires, talking to Coach Bourdonnais, talking about where the ball could get through, where it may get through. What a ballpark here. We'll mention down the left field line, 315 feet. Down the right field line, 310 feet. In the left alley, left center field alley is 345. Dead center, it's 365. And in the right field alley, it's 340. So not a super long fence. It's a center field, just about like the Central Catholic Knights field right there at Gordon Lemming. 365 to straight away at Gordon Lemming. And in the alleys, it's 380. And then down the lines, I think it's closer to 320. Don't quote me on the alleys or on the lines. So the Knights are being spoken about right now as they come out, introduced on the first baseline. And that voice you hear is Mr. Matt Jensen. Matt Jensen, he's a big time Pacers fan. I think he's probably pretty glad that the Pacers are going to play tonight at 9:30. 9:30, but Matt tells me he's got to be up by 6 o'clock to go to his day job. So they're getting starting lineup. You're going to mention them. You can hear Matt.
Batting second, playing first base, Barry Kokensparger. Batting third, doing the catching, John Warren. Batting fourth and pitching, Corbin Snyder. Batting fifth at shortstop, Colt Snyder. Batting sixth in DH, Trey Beachy. Coming back for the third baseman, Riley Lee. Batting seventh at right field, Colin Otto. Batting eighth at left field, JT Atherton. And batting ninth at center field, Alistair Schrock. Comments are coached by Eric Eisner. Ladies and gentlemen, we would ask everybody to please rise. We will admire and face the flag at center field as we will honor America with our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare from us bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave. For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That is our national anthem. That always sounds good. Eastern Comets always play that version. Tell you what, that kind of reminds you of the Gaither Trio. Might be a trio, might be a quartet. Bill Gaither, Mark Lowry, Bill Gaither. Gaither Studios right nearby over there at Alexandria. That's where they originate from. They've played all over God's earth. So we'll mention the Knights are going to send up first batter in the lineup. It's going to be number 9, Hudson Gutwine. He'll play shortstop. Second batter for the Knights will be the first baseman. That's number 10, Lucas Gerke. Third batter in the lineup going to be the right fielder, number 20, Caden Minnick. Fourth batter in the lineup tonight for the Knights is number 33, Bryn Robbins. He'll play center field. Jackson Kane will bat in the fifth spot. He'll wear number 3. He'll do the catching. Sixth batter in the lineup will be number 34, Keaton Brooks. Keaton Brooks will be the pitcher for the Knights. Batting seventh will be number 12, Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer will be the designated hitter in this ball game, and he'll bat in place of defensive player Isaac Seppinger. Seppinger will play left field. He wears number 41. Eighth batter in the lineup going to be number 11, Mikey Stapleton. Mikey Stapleton will play second base. Ninth batter in the lineup, number 17, Gavin Boutel. Gavin Boutel, he'll play third base. We'll mention the umpires on hand right here. They're out of the association of Dan Adams. Dan Adams, what a quality guy. Dan Adams can do about anything related to baseball. It's going to be Chris Miller behind home plate. Chris Miller and the guy on the bases, they call him Scooter. So I'm going to throw one down and getting ready to play baseball here at Eastern Comet High School. Again, this is an off-campus facility located at 622 South 850 East, Greentown. So stepping in, it's going to be Hudson Gutwine. Gutwine, shortstop. It's a sunny day. Clouds are up there, several of those. A lot of blue sky, too. So going to pitch from the windup, right-handed hurler. Here comes the first pitch from Corbin Snyder. Breaking pitch right across the dish, called strike. 6:06 on the wristwatch. Another right, stepping back in, actually the right-handed batter. Here comes the pitch to Gutwine. Swing and a miss. Corbin Snyder, he can bring it. Corbin Snyder, he has the most innings thus far on the season at 32 and a third innings. And they played 17 ball games. Here comes the pitch. High, ball one. Might have been a chase pitch. Count was 0-2. One ball, two strikes. Stepping back in, right-handed batter's box. Hudson Gutwine. Peering in, looking at signals. Corbin Snyder, here's the pitch. High again, ball two. Going to get back to the screen. So they'll pick that up with the on-deck batter. Lucas Gerke going to jog out, pick it up. You got a net clear around I should say, from inside dugout to inside dugout. It's probably about 30 feet high. It's going to capture some foul balls. Here's the pitch. High above the zone. Count goes full. Full count to Gutwine. I take that back. 2-2 count. Meyer. 2-2 on the scoreboard. Here comes the pitch from Corbin. Breaking pitch above the zone. Ball three. It is a 3-2 count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. First batter in the ball game, Hudson Gutwine, facing Corbin Snyder. Here's the pitch. High for ball 4. He had some velocity. There's no question about that. He had a pretty good release point for the first couple of strikes there. Then he started maybe reaching back for some more MPH. And then maybe his release point not quite the same. A little bit early release. Stepping into bat, Lucas Gerke. Here comes first pitch to the lefty, Gerke. He's going to square the bunt. He's going to put a bunt down third baseline. Foul ball. Had some air under it. It was a line drive. It dropped foul. Coming in to try to make the play was Riley Lee. Riley Lee was just going to pick it up in foul territory, and he did. No balls, 1 strike, signals given. Coach Bourdonnais at third base. Stepping back in, Lucas Gerke. He's up off that knob just a little bit. Here comes the pitch. He's going to put a bunt down again. It's going to be a foul ball. It's going to be foul third baseline once again. Count goes 0-2. Lucas Gerke. So he'll step back in. We'll see if Coach Bourdonnais wants to call a bunt signal for the third time with 2 strikes on Gerke. He has done that. Coach Bourdonnais has done that to his ball players. Out of set. Here comes a pitch from Corbin Snyder. Long set. Pitch comes in. Swing and a miss. Bottom of the zone. Sliding into second base. He's going to get thrown out. So 2 outs. They strike him out. They throw him out. That's what they would say on an Indianapolis Indians broadcast with Howard Kellman. So jogging back in the dugout is Hudson Gutwine, and he'll be thrown out for the very first time this season. Stepping in, Caden Minnick. First pitch, outside a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Caden Minnick, he has 12 stolen bases. That's his first time to be thrown out this season. Pitch comes in over the zone, drops in the glove, ball. So 2 balls, no strikes. 2 out. Top of the first, here's the pitch. Swung on, he'll foul this one back to the screen. So we'll stay in that box. 2 balls, 1 strike. Working from the windup, peering in. 1 foot on. Right foot is on the rubber. Left is off the rubber, a little bit diagonal. Here's the pitch. You're going to pop one to the outfield. You're going to get the gap. It's going to drop in. Base hit right there for Caden Minnick. So Minnick gets himself aboard legitimately with a base hit to right center field. Shallow, it drops in. So Caden Minnick picks up hit number 18 on the season. Caden Minnick, he has 16 singles. He has 1 double. And Caden Minnick has, start that up again. Caden Minnick picks up hit number 19 on the season. 16 singles, 2 doubles. And he has an inside the park home run. So I'm going to lose the handle there. It's going to go back to the screen. Taking second base on the misplayed baseball is Caden Minnick. So Knights have a runner in scoring position. Stepping back in is Bren Robbins. Bren Robbins, a center fielder, bats in the fourth spot for the Knights. Out of set, checks second base. Here comes, he'll check it again. A third time, here comes the pitch. I'm going to call that a strike. It's right at the top of the zone. Right at the top of the zone right there. Called strike. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, top of the first. Peering in, looking at signals. Corbin Snyder, out of set. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Snyder. Breaking pitch. He'll stay with it. It'll go the other way. It'll go out of play. Foul ball. Breaking pitch. Bren Robbins stayed right with it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Top of the first inning. Beautiful diamond. It's all synthetic field turf. All of it. Here comes the pitch. Upstairs, swing and a miss. He'll jog back to the dugout. Knights are out of the inning. Knights get 1 hit. They leave 1 aboard. That's Caden Minnick. And the Knights are going to go out and play defensively. And the Eastern Comets are going to bat. And as mentioned, we'll mention Mr. Matt Jensen upstairs. He is a Pacer fan. You know, the Pacers are currently 3 wins, 1 loss in the series. They need 1 more win. Pacers are going to play tonight. Coach Heisner mentioned that it's going to be a 9:30 start tonight. And they're going to be at Milwaukee. And that's here on a Tuesday, the 30th of April. Pacers can win it outright tonight. But if they don't win it tonight, it'll be 3-2 in the series. The next game will be Game 6. It'll be this Thursday, May the 2nd. It'll be at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. And then if they have to go a Game 7, that'll be this Saturday, May the 4th. And that'll be back in Milwaukee. So that'll be interesting. We'll mention Game 4, Indianapolis. That was a 7 o'clock start this past Sunday. Indiana Pacers 126, Milwaukee Bucks 113. Miles Turner, Pacers tall center. He accumulated 7 3-point shots made. 7 3-pointers. That's a record for Miles Turner. The Pacers, I think they had 22, maybe 29 as a team. I thought it was 22 out of 39 shot. But we'll mention Miles Turner said recently he's been watching game film of his own shots because they asked him, why are you shooting better? And he said, I've been watching game film of my own shot and adjusting appropriately. And that pays off. So they're getting some final warm-up tosses. Keaton Brooks. Keaton Brooks wears number 34. He's a senior. Keaton Brooks, 29 in the 3rd innings. He's got a win-loss ratio of 3 wins, 0 losses. He's 6'2", 165. And then we're going to talk about that in a moment. Stepping in, first batter for the Comets is Ethan Acord. Plays second base, wears number 1. He's a left-handed batter. First pitch comes in just above the zone, ball 1. Keaton Brooks, he has appeared in 6 games. This is number 7. He has started 6. This is number 7 for a start for Keaton Brooks. Pitch comes in outside a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Keaton Brooks has faced 131 batters. Keaton Brooks has thrown 484 pitches. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul ball, left side out of play. Keaton Brooks, count goes 2-1 to Acord. Keaton Brooks has given up 21 hits. He's given up 12 runs. 7 of those runs were earned. He has walked 19 batters. He has struck out 22. 4 of those batters went down looking, and he's hit 2 batters along the way. 1.670 ERA. Pitch comes in low, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Ethan Acord, first batter for the Comets. Here comes the pitch. Right down meridian, right there at below the kneecaps. Been said before, you'd much rather be forced to swing at a low strike than one above the numbers. That's just awkward swing above the numbers, and it doesn't look good. Here comes the pitch. Outside low, ball 4. So Acord gets aboard. First batter for Eastern. Knights got Hudson Gutwein aboard. First batter for the Knights. Both drew a walk.
On the bat,
So next batter going to step in. It's going to be number 5, the two-hitter, Perry Kokensparger. Kokensparger, he plays first base. Pretty good sized young man. Right-handed batter's box. Peering in, looking at signals. Checks first base. Here comes the pickoff move. First base going to get by the glove of Gerke. Taking off going to second base is Ethan Acord. And Acord is not going to need to steal second base. He's there now. So timeout on the diamond. Jackson Kane going to go up there to the pitcher's rubber, have some brief words with Keaton Brooks. And then Jackson going to get back behind the dish. So nobody out, bottom of the first inning. Comets have a runner at second base. It's Ethan Acord. Where's number 1? Working from a stretch. Now the set. Check second. Here's the pitch. Going to square the bunt. It's going to pop it foul. It's going to go straight back at the top of the screen and fall back in playing territory behind the catcher. So no balls, 1 strike. Number 5, Perry Kokensparger. Kokensparger, right-handed batter's box. Jackson Kane giving signals. Signals transferred from the dugout, Coach Bourdonnais. Out of set. He'll check again, second base. Here comes the pitch. Squaring the bunt. Breaking pitch finishes high for a ball. Pulls the bat back, does Kokensparger. Count goes 1-1. So they're going with the wristbands. They're going with the communications, kind of a silent communication for the most part. And he checks the wristband, checks it out of his pocket, puts it back in. Kokensparger. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. No pickoff move. And to fake the throw to second base. Gutwein was there. Ethan Acord was pretty close to the bag. No throw. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Second batter in the lineup for the Comets. Working out a stretch. Now the set. He'll check second. Here's the pitch. He's going to square the bunt again. He's going to bunt him. Got him in the box. There's off the bat. Got him in the box. He was not out of the box. So it's just a foul ball. Had he been out of the box on his way to first base and it hit him, he would have been out. But it was in the box. Chris Miller, great umpire, makes the call. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stepping back in, Perry Kokensparger. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Going to take one to right field. Going to be a base hit. Caden Minnick going to field it on a hop. He'll throw it in, hit the cutoff man. It's first baseman Lucas Gerke. So the Comets have 2 aboard. Runners at first and third base. Nobody out. Getting ready to step in. It's going to be Eastern Comet third hitter, number 4, Jonathan Warren. Jonathan Warren is the catcher for the Comets. So we'll check those numbers in his back pocket right there. Pulls it back out, puts it back in. Checking out the numbers. And tells him how to proceed. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of stretch. Keaton Brooks. Now out of the set position. Checks first pitch. Swung on. You're going to foul this left side. Out of play. That's a difficult place to foul a ball if you're a right-handed batter. He fouled that back left side about halfway to the dugout and way out of play. So no balls, 1 strike. He's going to step back in. It's number 4, Jonathan Warren. Out of stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Healthy cut. Working that outside zone right there. Might have been the outside half, maybe close to the edge. Count goes 0-2 to the 3-hitter, Jonathan Warren. Runners at first and third for the Comets. Nobody out. Out of the set. Here comes the pitch. Low for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right-handed batter's box. Stepping back in. Catcher, Jonathan Warren. Keaton Brooks steps back in the rubber. Working from the stretch. Now the set. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, swing and a miss. Knights have 1 out. Knights have retired 1 batter. Runners still on the corners. Knight's going to face the four-hitter. Four-hitter is the pitcher of record in this ball game. That's number 7, Corbin Snyder. He checks the numbers, puts the card back in his back pocket. Keaton Brooks steps in the rubber. Steps in now. Four-hitter, Corbin Snyder. Working from the stretch. Now the set. First pitch to Snyder. I'm going to try to put a bunt down. Going to call it a strike. He offered, and the ball caromed off of Jackson's gear right there and ends up about in front of the plate. So it's a strike. So he offered the bunt, didn't pull the bat back. It was a low pitch. But there's one strike on the four-hitter, Corbin Snyder. Working from the stretch. Now the set. Right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. Thought about a bunt again. Pulled the bat back prior to the release of the baseball. Keaton Brooks are pretty close prior to the release. Checks that back pocket. Puts the card back in. Four-hitter, number 7, Corbin Snyder. 34, Keaton Brooks. Here's the pitch. You put a bunt down right side. Punched at it. Went clear to Knight's dugout. So the count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. You're going to check that card once again. He's wearing the batting gloves, both of them. He stepped back in. 1-2 count. Keaton Brooks steps in the rubber. Runners at first and third base for the Comets. Out of the set. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on, ground ball, shortstop. Gutwein fields it. He'll go to second. They'll go to third. I'll take that back. They'll go to first and not get the out at first. So first run of the ball game scores for the Comets. Trying to turn the double play, trying to strand the runner, but not quite getting it done. So the ball must have went out of play. Corbin Snyder to try to get him at first, and ball must have went out of play. He gets an extra base. So he's at second base. There are 2 out. 1 run in here in the bottom of the first inning. There are 2 outs. So stepping in, number 10, Colt Snyder. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Right down meridian, right below the kneecap, strike called. No balls, 1 strike. That's number 10, 5-hitter, Colt Snyder. He plays shortstop for Coach Heisner. Working out a stretch, now the set. Check second base. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking pitch, finishes low. Good block by Jackson Kane. So he keeping safe there at second base. Corbin Snyder nowhere to run on that Jackson Kane block. 1 ball, 1 strike. Out of stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Keaton Brooks pitching here in the bottom of the first inning. 1 run in for the Comets. Out of set, here comes the pitch. He's going to take a drive to left field. It's going to get down 1 hop in the glove of Seppinger. Coming in, rounding third base, going to score the second run. They go to second base with the throw, and they'll get him out. That's Colt Snyder. Sliding into second base. He'll be out at second, but he'll get credit for a base hit. He's trying to make it into a 2-base hit, and he'll pick up an RBI. So the Comets pick up 2 here in the bottom of the first inning. After 1 complete, Comets 2, Knights 0. And I will also mention this ball game is in part being brought to you by your home away from home. Do you sometimes wonder how relaxing it would be to take your family to Florida, but you don't have a place to stay? Well, you can enjoy that home away from home in Davenport, Florida. Enjoy a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, spacious town home with a private pool. Available for short-term or long-term stays. Davenport, Florida is a vacation destination in northeastern Polk County. Close proximity to the Walt Disney theme park in Orlando. And if you enjoy the warm sand and the sunny beaches, just 90 minutes separate you from Cocoa Beach, Clearwater Beach, Daytona Beach, in New Smyrna beaches. You and your family could jump on a plane or hop in a car. When you get to Davenport, Florida, there you are. To inquire, you can direct your emails to 353 Captiva at gmail.com. Again, that's 353 Captiva at gmail.com. So don't forget, it's 353 CAPTIVA at gmail.com. Knight's going to step in. It's going to be Jackson Kane. Jackson's going to bat here in the top of the second inning. Right-handed batter's box. Going to pitch from the windup once again. It's Corbin Snyder, number 7 for the Comets. He's going to step off the back. He'll step back on. Working from the windup. Right-handed batter, Jackson Kane. Here comes the first pitch. Breaking pitch in the dirt. We'll call it the dirt. It's actually synthetic. It's a lighter tone of a synthetic dirt, representing dirt. And it looks really nice. They got the logo for Eastern Common High School right behind home plate. Swung on, ground ball, base hit. Let's see. Can be fielded at shortstop. Couldn't make the play. Had to slide to his left trying to make the play. Almost came up with the stop. Off his glove. Had to pick it back up by that time. It was too late. Jackson Kane going to get an infield base hit. I would believe it's so. Be an infield hit. Scoreboard not going to show anything quite yet. And so Jackson Kane is aboard. Knights have nobody out. Stepping into bat is going to be Keaton Brooks. Keaton Brooks, left-handed batter's box. Working out a stretch. Pure end signals. Out of the set. Corbin Snyder is the pitch. Chest low, ball 1. Keaton Brooks, pitcher for the Knights. Corbin Snyder, pitcher for the Comets. You see a pitcher knows the strike zone for swinging and pitching. Out of the set, here comes a pitch. Inside, ball 2. 17-inch plate left to right and front to back. Usually an umpire give you a ball each side, make it about 22-inch plate. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball off the glove of Snyder. They're going to get the out at second base as Jackson Kane was tagged by the fielding second baseman. Ethan Acord made a tremendous play there on the diamond. Fielded the ground ball. It put him in the vicinity of Jackson Kane. Jackson Kane tried to avoid the tag. He was not out of the baseline. So he makes the tag, throws it to first base to Kokensparger. And the Knights have 2 out. Here comes the pitch. Pitch comes in above the zone, ball 1. Left-handed batter's box. He is the DH in this ball game. Batting in the 7th spot, number 12, Alex Schumer. Here comes the pitch. Outside edge, strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Top of the second inning. Pitch comes in, ground ball, shortstop. Going to be fielded there by Colt Snyder. He'll throw across the diamond. He'll get the put out with Perry Kokensparger. And the Knights are out of the inning. So the Eastern Comets defensively playing very well. And the Knights are going to go out and play defensively. And I will mention around the diamond for the Knights. Keaton Brooks, he's doing the pitching, wears number 34. The catcher is Jackson Kane. He wears number 3. At first base, Lucas Gerke, he wears number 10. At second base, Mikey Stapleton wears number 11. At shortstop, Hudson Gutwine, he wears number 9. At third base, number 17, that's Gavin Boutel. In left field, it's number 41, Isaac Seppinger. In center field, number 33, Bren Robbins. And in right field, number 20, Caden Minnick. So Keaton Brooks getting some warm-up tosses right there on the diamond. And Knights, it's actually Jackson Kane putting his gear on, out there taking some warm-up tosses. Right there, Knights reserve player. And that is a freshman, Ethan Miller. Ethan Miller, he's a freshman, wears number 29. He got to play a ball game here a few ball games ago. He was batted for, but he played defensively behind the dish. I think about the whole game, if I'm not mistaken. And he was enjoying it very much. I saw him before the game. Jackson Kane back behind the dish. And getting some final warm-up tosses from Keaton Brooks. So they're throwing the ball around the diamond. They're getting ready to toss it in. Jackson Kane, we'll see if he throws one down. Jackson Kane, he has a strong arm. When he can snap throw to either corner base in a heartbeat. And then first batter in the lineup for Eastern is going to be number 34, Trey Beachy. Trey Beachy is the DH for the Eastern Comets, and he is batting in place of defensive player Riley Lee. Riley Lee playing third base. He wears number 14. Riley Lee was ready to field the bunt on several occasions early in this ball game. So bottom of the second inning, left-handed batter going to step in. Number 34, Trey Beachy. He's going to step in. He looked like he'd been in the weight room, probably a football player. Probably Josh Gilbert likes him. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Lefty facing a lefty. He'll step back in. No balls, one strike. Trey Beachy working from the windup. Keaton Brooks, here's the pitch. Ground ball, going to be a fair ball. Just fair. Fielded at first base, down the first base line. He was hopping. And Lucas Gerke gets the first put out unassisted. So one out. You're in the bottom of the second inning. Next batter going to step in. He wears number 20, Colin Otto. Colin Otto, he's a right fielder. Bats in the seventh spot. Another left-handed batter. Here's the pitch. Going to be a hit by pitch. Got it in the middle of the back. He's right there in the left-handed batter's box. Turned his back. Took the brunt of it. He'll be okay. We're hoping so. And I'm quite sure he's going to walk off the distance, touches the base, walks off a little bit. Not quite ready to go yet. Not quite ready to go yet. And then batter's going to step in. He's going to be probably asked to step back out. He's not quite ready to go yet. So he'll step back out. And we'll hope that Colin Otto is just fine. We'll hope he's okay. Hope he can continue to play in right field. So the next batter is going to step in, going to be the 8-hitter, number 12, J.T. Atherton. J.T. Atherton, a right-handed batter. He plays left field. Coach Heisner, bottom of the lineup, right fielder, left fielder, center fielder. Here comes the pitch. Inside and low, pulls the bat back, thought about a bunt. Thinking about moving the runner, pulled the bat back. 1 ball, no strikes. Coach Heisner making some notes on a card he has there at third base coaching box. Here comes the pitch. Going to put a bunt down. It's going to be third baseline. Picked up by Keaton Brooks. He'll throw to first base. It was closer to the pitcher's rubber, but it was left side of the infield. So they get the job accomplished there. They move the runner. And Colin Otto is at second base. Number 12, J.T. Atherton picks up a sacrifice bunt. So no time in his batting average. Not going to hurt his average at all. So next batter going to step in. It's going to be the 9-hitter, number 2, Alistair Schrock. Alistair Schrock plays center field. Runner at second base is Colin Otto. 2 outs on the diamond. Right-handed batter, 9-hitter, Alistair Schrock. Appearing and looking at signals out of the stretch. Now the set. Check second base. Here's the pitch from Brooks. Backdoor curveball. Going to be caught. Going to be taken right back up the middle. Brendan Robbins going to make a throw to the plate. And Coach Heisner going to hold up his runner, Otto, at third base. So a base hit off the bat of Alistair Schrock. Goes right back line drive up the middle. Keaton Brooks tried to get a glove on it, but it was a bang-bang play. So runners at second and third base, 2 out. Stepping in, it's going to be the 1-hitter, Ethan Acord. Acord's left-handed batter's box. Working out a stretch. Now the set position. Here comes the pitch from Brooks. Breaking pitch right across the dish. Ethan Acord in 15 ball games, 61 plate appearances, 46 at-bats. He's batting 413. 413, pretty good verse in Philippians. Real good verse. Here comes the pitch. Just above the zone, ball one. Nearly the same pitch, just a bit taller, but breaking pitch. So count goes 1-1. One ball, one strike to Ethan Acord. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, perfectly placed. No swing, called strike. Count goes 1-2 to Acord. Acord has an on base percentage of 533. Acord has 19 hits in 15 games. Out of the set, here comes the 1-2. Swung on, ground ball. First baseline, Keaton Brooks fields it near the line. Could have tagged him. Elected to toss it to first base, and Gerke gets the put out. So the Knights get out of the inning. Knights, I should say, the Eastern Comets leave two aboard. And at the end of 1.5, Eastern Comets 2, Central Catholic Knights 0. Knights going to bat here in the I should say after two completes, 2-0 ball game. Eastern Comets in front. We'll also mention this game is in parts being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Bear. Lisa Stokes Bear, she's a Century 21 real estate lady. She works for Sheets Company. And when you're thinking about residential or corporate relocations, you know a perfect house can soon become a perfect home. And Lisa Stokes Bear would like nothing more than to utilize her 20 plus years of experience to help you begin that process. Yes, real estate reliability is something a professional real estate agent and or a real estate broker strives for, such as Lisa Stokes Bear. Your happiness and her success are two of the same. For the real estate lady with the high real estate IQ, contact Lisa Stokes Bear by cellular phone or by text message 317 513 4086. Again, her number is 317 513 4086. So, top of the third inning, Knights are going to bat. First batter here in the top of the third is going to be number 11, the 8 hitter, Mikey Stapleton. Mikey Stapleton, second baseman for the Knights. Peering in, looking at signals. We're going to have the wind up. First pitch from Snyder. Corbin Snyder, right down Meridian. Strike called. Strike zone is right there at the front of that plate. Some people think it's where the glove is, and that's not true. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, finished high, ball one. One ball, one strike. That's in front of the plate in relationship to the bottom of the kneecaps. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Going to be a seeing eyeball, and it's going to be a base hit. Be a hit off the bat, Mikey Stapleton. He went to second base to his left and couldn't make the play at second base. That was Ethan Acord, and Mikey Stapleton is on base. So Ryan Schumer says, following in the footsteps, yeah, we know that, definitely. 7 home runs, junior year, I think that's what it was. So put a bunt, going to go foul ball. Right side, picked up. Trying to put the bunt down, that was Gavin Boutel. Went right side, baseline. Finally picked up in foul territory by Perry Kokensparger. So Kokensparger making a good play there. And stepping back in is Gavin Boutel. So with 1 foot in, 1 foot out, he'll look for signals. Coach Bourdonnais, he'll step back in. Stepping in the rubber, working from the stretch. Now the set. Here's the pitch from Corbin Snyder to Gavin Boutel. He put a bunt down again. Foul ball, farther foul towards the Knights dugout there at first baseline. So no balls, 2 strikes. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Looking for signals. Gavin Boutel, several signals given by Coach Bourdonnais for this pitch. So no balls, 2 strikes. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. To Boutel, try to put a bunt down. Pulled the bat back, it's a ball. Low and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Couple of signals given there. Working out the stretch, now the set. Here comes the 1-2. With a bunt down, it's fair. Inside the first baseline, picked up there by Corbin Snyder, flips it over to first base, gets the put out with Perry Kokensparger, and the Knights move Mikey Stapleton to second base. So sacrifice bunt off the bat of Gavin Boutel. Knights going to send to the plate. The leadoff batter in this ball game is Hudson Gutwine. Gutwine got aboard with a walk, and then he was thrown out for the first time this season at second base. Nice shot by catcher Jonathan Warren. And Gutwine has 12 stolen bases to just the one caught stealing. So timeout on the diamond. Jonathan Warren out there talking with Corbin Snyder. They're done. Corbin Snyder going to go back to the rubber. Jonathan Warren back behind the dish. So stepping in, Hudson Gutwine. Right-handed batter's box. Gutwine going to step in. Junior class member. Gutwine, he's 5'11", 175. Out of the set. He'll check second a second time, a third time. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Righty facing a righty. So that ball was coming at his elbow. Broke right across the dish. Strike called. Count goes 0-1. Hudson Gutwine, 75 plate appearances, 52 at-bats in 18 ball games. Here's the pitch. Outside a ball, just missed. Home plate umpire, some good discipline. Real good discipline. Chris Miller. Chris Miller, as you know, Chris Miller was a quarterback for the Falcons way back when. Maybe it wasn't the same. Stepping in. Out of the stretch, now the set. Check second base again a third time. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Got the dish. Broke away. Perfectly placed by Corbin Snyder. Count goes 1-2. Hudson Gutwine. Right-handed batter's box. Peering in, looking at signals. Corbin Snyder out of the set. He'll check second base. Check it again. Check it again. 3 checks. Here comes going to be a timeout called in the box. Hudson Gutwine with all those checks. That's just way too long to stare at a pitcher and concentrate for that pitch getting ready to come in. When you get ready to see an 80-plus mile-an-hour fastball, you don't want to be distracted. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Right on time is Gutwine. Just a little bit under that baseball. So we'll stay in that box with that 1-2 count. Hudson Gutwine wears number 9. Hudson Gutwine going to step back in. He's batting .327, .514 on base percentage, 17 hits. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch just missed. Just missed. Count goes 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hudson Gutwine, 17 hits, 15 are singles. He's got a double and 1 triple. He's got 8 RBI. He's got 1 on the pond out there. Mikey Stapleton at second base. Out of the set, a third check. Here's the pitch. High and away. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Tell you what, Chris Miller, he's definitely a sectional, regional, semi-state type of umpire. No question. We're now stretch, now the set. Check second base again. Here comes the pitch. Going to foul 1 back to the screen, right side. So Gutwine going to stay in that box. 3-2 count coming up for the second time to Gutwine. Gutwine has scored 26 runs. He's the leadoff batter. He gets on base. He's walked 11 times. He's been hit by pitch more than anybody I've heard of. He's been hit by pitch 10 times in 18 games. Out of the set, checks it again at second base. Breaking pitch, he'll take it right side. Line shot out of play. Right on the money. This is definitely more than a quality at bat for Hudson Gutwine as he gets a hand clap from Coach Bourdonnais. I mentioned Hudson Gutwine has 45 quality at-bats, and he's been to the plate 75 times. Here comes the pitch. Outside and low, ball 4. Gutwine gets aboard a second time with a second base on balls. So the Knights have 2 aboard with 1 out. First and second base. Mikey Stapleton is at second base. Hudson Gutwein going to remove that gear. His apparatus gives it to Coach Ryan Johnson. Hudson Gutwein is at first base. Stepping in is Lucas Gerke, left-handed batter for the Knights. Bats in the two hole. We're going to have a stretch. Now the set. Check second base again. And check it a third time. Here's the pitch. High above the zone. Ball one. One ball, no strikes. He's going to step back in. Left-handed batter's box. Lucas Gerke. Wears number 10. He's also a junior. Here's the pitch. A bit low for ball two. Corbin Snyder kind of shrugging his shoulders there, wondering where he's missing. And I think Chris Miller doing a heck of a job. 2 balls, no strikes. Alisat, here's the pitch. Ground ball foul of first base on the ground. Picked up their foul territory. Perry Kokensparger. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out. Mikey Stapleton going to go back to second base. Hudson Gutwein back to first base. They were running on the ground ball. Rightfully so. Knights were ground ball out of the inning. Double play a couple innings ago. Here comes the pitch from Corbin Snyder to Lucas Gerke. Inside edge, strike called. Gerke takes an inside edge pitch. Count goes even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second base. Comets in front. 2-0 contest. Albacet checks second base again. Here comes the pickoff move and no throw. He'll pirouette, but he won't make the throw to second base. He'll step back in. We're going to stretch. Now the set. Check second a second time. And a third time. Pitch comes in. Breaking pitch finished high for ball 3. Count goes 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch to Gerke. Here it is. Foul ball back to the screen. Left side from the left-handed batter's box. Gerke protecting the zone. 3-2 count. Knights batting in the top of the third inning. Gerke is seeing Corbin Snyder for the second time in the ball game. 3-2 count. Out of the set. Check second base. Mikey Stapleton. Here's the pitch. Swung on to take one back up the middle. It's going to bounce in there. Going to be picked up on a second hop by center fielder Alistair Schrock. And the Knights are going to put one on the board. Mikey Stapleton comes in to score from second base. And Lucas Gerke picks up an RBI and a single. And they'll move Hudson Gutwein to second base. So first and second base, 1 out. Knights have 1 run in here in the top of the third. Lucas Gerke picks up RBI number 22 on the season. Base hit number 16. So stepping into bat, Caden Minnick, 3-hitter for the Knights. Senior class member. He's wearing those molded cleats. They are recommended here on the synthetic field turf. Peering in, looking at signals. Corbin Snyder out of the set. Check second base. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch. Nicely placed. Strike called. So Corbin Snyder, right-handed pitcher, facing the lefty, Caden Minnick. Caden Minnick, right fielder for the Knights. Out of the set. Check second base. Here's a pitch. He'll foul one left side up against the screen. No balls, 2 strikes to Caden Minnick. He's a senior, 18 games. He's played in all of them. 5'11", 160. 73 plate appearances, 60 at-bats. He's batting an even 300. Out of the set. Check second. A third time. Here comes the 0-2. You're going to take it the other way. Third base going to be caught right there. Trying to get the put out on a no tag, but he tags back up and the ball's into right field. And I'm coming in to third base. The slide in is Hudson Gutwein. Caden Minnick takes it left-handed batter's box to third base. It was on a rope, and it was caught by Riley Lee. Riley Lee paying dividends at third base defensively, giving way for batting purposes for Trey Beachy. So Knights have 2 out. They have just one run in. They have base runners at first and third base. Stepping into bat, it's going to be number 33, Brent Robbins, four-hitter for the Knights. Right-handed batter's box facing the righty, Corbin Snyder. Corbin Snyder thought about that 31 play. That 31 play, he steps towards third, doesn't have to make the throw, but his right foot has to come completely dislodged from the rubber to turn around and maybe make a throw at first. And here comes a pitch. Breaking pitch above the zone. Ball one. Lucas Gerke trying to get in a rundown. Nothing doing. Catcher Jonathan Warren tosses it back to the pitcher with mild velocity. And that 31 move, third to first. High school baseball is the only place that's available anymore. Pitch comes in outside a ball. At least I don't believe it's available in MLB. I know the Babe Ruth League cannot use it. And the younger generations, the travel leagues, most of them cannot use it. But they left it in high school ball. So you got to be alert. The timeout on the diamond, Coach Eric Heisner, he walks out having a conversation with his infield. And they're talking it over right there. So they're going to adjourn that meeting. 2 balls, no strikes to the four-hitter, Brent Robbins. Brent Robbins getting pretty close to where he's going to see a good pitch if Corbin Snyder wants to stay in this count with the batter, Brent Robbins. So they make the ball live. Here we go. Runners at second and third base for the Knights. 2 outs. Top of the third. 1 run in. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch high above the zone. Ball 3. So Jackson Kane is on deck. I mentioned last week that Jackson Kane hit a home run. They're going to walk him intentionally. They're not going to pitch the final pitch to him to walk him with 4 pitches. So Coach Heisner elects to put him on first base. So bases are loaded. As mentioned, Jackson Kane. I mentioned that his home run this year happened at Benton Central. I thought about it, and I believe it was at Rensselaer Central in left center field. So he'll step in now. Jackson has 1 round tripper. It was over the fence. And Mikey Stapleton has 1 over the fence, right field at Riverton Park. And Caden Minnick has an inside the park home run. Out of the set, here's the pitch. Outside a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the third inning. Eastern Comet High School off campus ball field. What a tremendous facility. Here comes a pitch. Fouled back to the screen, just underneath the baseball. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Jackson Kane, I should mention the Knights wearing their gray uniforms. And they're wearing all gray. And the Comets wearing all white. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Outside, ball 2. Breaking pitch, missed outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jackson Kane, junior class member. Jackson steps back in. 67 plate appearances, 51 at-bats. He'll foul this one right side. It would have been out of play, but this net saves a lot of foul balls. This net, I'm guessing, as mentioned, about 30 feet high, I'd guess, 25 feet high. It catches a lot of foul balls. These baseballs aren't cheap, especially the MLB balls, but they give them away. Probably a couple hundred baseballs a game they go through. Here comes the pitch. 2-2. He's going to take one. Shallow left field. It's going to be actually behind the shortstop in the grass, and it's going to be caught by shortstop Colt Snyder. And the Knights leave 2 on base. They come up with 1 run. It's a 2-1 ball game after 2.5. And the Eastern Comets are going to bat here in the bottom of the third inning. And we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Arcadia Industrial Park and Storage. Arcadia Industrial Park and Storage. I will mention I went by there probably the last couple of days, and they built another barn that runs parallel to the train track right there near the ballpark in Arcadia. And it's going to have a lot of different segmented garage doors where you can rent a space, a garage door, to be completely safe with whatever you want to put in their garage door. And we'll mention that's indoor, outdoor storage with flex storage availability. You can call to reserve space for that safe and secure storage space location. Indoor storage for your for your boats, RVs, or your precious automobiles. Could be a Corvette, it could be a Mercedes, a Jaguar, you name it. And then we'll mention they also have indoor outdoor storage. They have always available outdoor storage. To contact Arcadia Industrial Park and Self Storage, simply go online at www.aipsindiana.com. Again, that's aipsindiana.com. Or you can call them by telephone 317 774 1500. Again, their number is 317 774 1500. That's Arcadia Industrial Park and Self Storage. So we're getting ready to bat here in a moment. Bottom of the third inning. And we'll mention those Colts. Colts, I believe, was the 15th pick. They picked up Latu. I think that's how it is. Latu. But anyway, he's an edge rusher for the Colts, and he's going to pay dividends, they tell us. And they drafted him first round. That first round for the NFL happened last Thursday, the 25th, and they had that draft at Detroit, and next year it's going to be at Green Bay. Stepping into bat is the first baseman Perry Kokensparger, right-handed batter. Here comes the pitch from Brooks, above the zone, ball one. Two-hitter Perry Kokensparger. Perry Kokensparger in 15 games, 53 plate appearances, 39 at-bats. He'll take a pitch down Meridian, strike called. Kokensparger batting an even 282 in 15 games, 442 on base. He scored 11 runs, got 10 RBI. Pitch comes in outside, just outside, ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kokensparger in 15 games, 11 hits, 7 are singles, 2 doubles, a triple, and 1 home run. Pitch comes in outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Perry Kokensparger, pretty good sized young man, right-handed batter's box. Working from the wind up, Keaton Brooks. Here comes a wind and the pitch. Outside and low, ball 4. So Kokensparger going to jog down to first base. Going to hand off that wrist apparatus to coach right there. And there's one aboard, nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. Next batter going to be number 4, 3-hitter, John Warren. Going by John, I've got Jonathan written on my paper. It's John Warren. And John Warren is the catcher. Out of the stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, perfectly placed. Backdoor curveball from Keaton Brooks to the right-handed batting John Warren. No balls, 1 strike. He'll pick that card out of the pocket, read it, and put it back in the pocket. Right-handed batter's box. Out of the stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. You're going to squirt a bunt. You're going to put a bunt down out in front of the plate. Third baseline, going to take a good play, and Jackson Kane throws an absolute strike to first base. Gets the put out with Gerke. But John Warren, mission accomplished. He moves Perry Kokensparger to second base. So with 1 out, John Warren giving himself up. Coach Heisner, he's calling the plays here. So stepping into bat, we're going to see the 4-hitter, Corbin Snyder. Corbin Snyder is the pitcher. He's trying to help himself in his pitching opportunity. Here comes the pitch. Going to pop one, right side. It's going to float into right field, called for by Caden Minnick. He'll make the catch. He'll toss it back into second baseman Mikey Stapleton. And there are 2 out here in the bottom of the third. Runner still at second base is Perry Kokensparger. So next batter going to step in, going to be the 5-hitter, number 10, Colt Snyder. Colt Snyder wears number 10 in 15 games, 48 at-bats. I should say 48 plate appearances, 29 at-bats. He's batting .241. He's on base is .476. Timeout on the diamond. Coach Bordenay going to walk out. We'll talk with his infield, and we'll mention this game is also in part being brought to you by Thomas Docks Incorporated. High quality, custom built waterfront products and services. Docks, boat lifts, seawalls, dock accessories, marine services, etc. Thomas Docks Incorporated on the web, it's thomasdocks.com. They're located at 2799 Riverwood Avenue, Noblesville, Indiana. You can reach them by phone at 317 774 3790. Again, 317 774 3790. So let's step back in. Step back in. No balls, no strikes. Colt Snyder, right-handed batter's box. Out of the set, Keaton Brooks appears to pitch. Low. Going to try to get a block. Going to get underneath Jackson. Going to go just to his left, a little bit deeper than Jackson was playing, and they're going to take third base on the misplayed baseball. So Perry Kokensparger is at third base. 2 outs in the inning. 1 runner aboard. Colt Snyder, right-handed batter's box. Here comes a pitch from Brooks. Good block there, Jackson Kane. So they'll keep him still. Kokensparger at third base. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. It's a 2-1 ball game. Knights got 1 at the top of the third, and the Comets got 2 in the bottom of the first inning. Pitch comes in low. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, and Coach Bourdonnais is going to issue a walk without pitching the 4th pitch. So jogging down to first base is number 10, Colt Snyder. My dad tells me that is a compliment to the batter for the most part, but nowadays they're just trying to load up the bases, trying to get a force out, or trying to eliminate something big from happening. But there's still compliments. Stepping in, left-handed batter's box, Trey Beachy, designated hitter. First pitch from Brooks. Right across the dish, strike called. So Keaton Brooks has that release point right there about the 2 o'clock mark on the dial. 2 o'clock on the regular clock. Came in there across the dish, strike called. Working out a stretch, now the set. Left-handed batter, Trey Beachy. Breaking pitch across the dish. Crossed him right up. And a called strike again. Taking second base on the pitch is Colt Snyder. So runners at second and third base with 2 out. No balls, 2 strikes. Trey Beachy out of the set. Here comes a pitch from Brooks. Low and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trey Beachy, left-handed batter's box. Kiernan signals. Here comes a pitch. Good block. Going to get by Jackson. Going to come in to score from third base. Just safe. Jackson makes the toss right there to Keaton Brooks. And coming in to score from third base on the misplayed baseball is Perry Kokensparger. So ball was low. Difficult balls to clean right here. This synthetic field turf, they skim, off the surface. They are not dirt type of, dirt will slow the ball up a little bit, but not this stuff. Pitch comes in, outside edge, strike called. So he'll go down looking. Keaton Brooks will get him go down looking. There's 3 outs, but 1 run in the Eastern Comets tie the Central Catholic Knights in the 3rd inning at 1-1. Eastern Comets got 2 in the first. It's a 3-1 ball game after 3. Comets in front. We'll also mention this ball game is in parts being brought to you by AGM Auto. AGM Auto LLC. They're in Arcadia. They're actually west of Arcadia. They have recently moved. I think it was back in March this year. But anyway, we'll mention AGM Auto is located 1 mile west of Arcadia, Indiana on 266th Street. That's in Hamilton County. The future of your vehicle is in good hands when you put your trust with the guys at AGM Auto. Whether it's a routine oil change or the need for the expertise of an experienced AGM technician, AGM wants you to be safe and to stay safe on the road in your automobile. A second type of service offered at AGM Auto is classic car and truck restoration. AGM Auto, you can give them a call at 317 984 5283. That's 317 984 5283. Stepping into bat for the Knights, left-handed batter Keaton Brooks. Keaton Brooks steps in. Working from the windup, Corbin Snyder. Here comes the first pitch to Brooks. Outside a half, called strike. Keaton Brooks, senior class member, has played in 17 of the 18 games. 54 plate appearances, 43 at bats. Here's the pitch. Going to be a drive, second base. Going to one hop in the glove. Ethan Acord. He'll throw across or next door to Perry Kokensparger. And there's one out here in the top of the fourth. So next batter going to step in for the Knights. It's going to be the designated hitter, number 12, Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer, left-handed batter's box. Here's the first pitch. Right down meridian, right below the kneecaps, fastball called strike. Alex Schumer is a sophomore. He's played in 9 ball games for Coach Bourdonnais. He's 5'10", 160. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch inside, going to get by the catcher, John Warren. And it's a 1-1 count. 1-1 count, one out. Alex Schumer, he's batting 364, 563 on base. He'll foul this one. He's going to get off the glove and go haywire right side near the screen. And Alex Schumer going to step back in the 1-2 count. Here comes a wind and the pitch from Snyder. Outside edge, you can call a strike. Might have been outside half. And then Alex Schumer is going to be retired. He'll go down looking. So with 2 out here in the top of the 4th inning, stepping in is going to be number 11, Mikey Stapleton. He's another sophomore class member along with Alex Schumer. Here's the pitch. High above the zone, ball 1. Mikey Stapleton, he's played in 15 ball games. He's 5'11", 165. 54 plate appearances, 44 at-bats. Next pitch comes in, strike called. Might have been thigh high. Mikey Stapleton elected not to swing. He'll step back in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Peering in, looking at signals. Going to shake one off. Corbin Snyder. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch for a strike. Across the dish. Might have been a slider. Didn't get a super big break, but it broke right now. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Low and away, ball 2. 2-2, 2 outs. Mikey Stapleton batting. He's batting 273. He's got a 385 on base percentage. Here comes the pitch. Low and away, nice block. Good effort there by catcher John Warren. So count goes full to Mikey Stapleton. Right-handed batter's box, 3-2 count, 2 outs. Pitching from the windup. Taking signals, here comes the pitch. Low and away, ball 4. Mikey Stapleton just going to jog down to first base and not try to take another base. So next batter going to step in for the Knights. Going to be number 17, Gavin Boutel. Gavin Boutel, his first at-bat, he got a base hit. I think he owns the RBI in this game. Double check there. No, I take that back. But we'll work on that. I'm not keeping stats. Here's the pitch. Outside a ball. Nice glove by John Warren. 1 ball, no strikes. Gavin Boutel in the batter's box. At first base for the Knights is Mikey Stapleton. Out of the set. Here comes the pitch from Corbin Snyder. Long set. Here's the pitch. Outside and low. Ball 2. Corbin Snyder has a fluent arm. Corbin Snyder, 32 1/3 innings entering this ball game. The next closest to him is 19.1. And they're going to call an outside edge strike on that pitch. So as mentioned, that's number 5, Perry Kokensparger. Kokensparger, 19 and a third innings. He's next in line right behind Corbin Snyder. Ground ball up the middle, going to be fielded right there by the shortstop. They'll go 6-4, and they'll get the put out at second base. So that was Colt Snyder right there to Ethan Acord, and the Eastern Comets are out of the inning. So Knights come up with no runs here in the top of the fourth. And then we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It's still a 3-1 ball game. Eastern Comets in front. And we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by FritzandFishers.com. FritzandFishers.com since 1983. They buy, they sell, they'll trade, and they'll help you to finance your automobile. They have quality cars, trucks, and SUVs. They have preferred low mileage and one owner automobiles. They have 2 Hamilton County locations. One is Fishers at 8599 East 116th Street. You can dial them up there. Their dealership in Fishers, Indiana, 317-842-2228. Again, that number is 317-842-2228. Their second location is Noblesville. It's right there along State Road 32, right there at Mill Creek Road. That's between Noblesville and Westfield. You can dial them up at that dealership at 317-773-2232. 317-773-2232. Or you can go online and you can shop at your own leisure. Or you can stop by. That's FritzandFishers.com. FRITZ. So stepping into bat, bottom of the fourth inning. Eastern Comets left-handed batter. That's number 17.
Now batting for the Comets, Keaton Musgrave.
Going to step in, 17, Keaton Musgrave, a junior. You're going to take one down the first baseline out in the outfield. He can fly. He about tripped up there. You're going to go around the bases. Going to go into – that ball must have went into the corner. It was out of my vision, and it's going to be a triple. First pitch right there. Entering the ball game, his first pitch, Keaton Musgrave, a junior class member. Coach put him in the batter's box to bat here in the top of the fourth. And they're going to work from there. Now stepping in is going to be number 12, JT Atherton. So Musgrave was batting in place of number 20, Colin Otto. Colin Otto got banged up on that hit by pitch. Pitch comes in backdoor, strike called. So runner at third base is number 17, Keaton Musgrave, junior class member. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Brooks. Backdoor curveball, ground ball in the infield. Goop Boutel fields it. He throws on the run, gets the put out. With Lucas Gerke, there's one out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. So next batter to step in, it's going to be number 2, the 9-hitter, Alistair Schrock, the center fielder. Alistair Schrock wears number 2. In 15 games, 45 plate appearances, 28 at-bats, 409 on-base percentage. He'll step in, right-handed batter's box. One out. Bottom of the fourth inning, runner at third base is Musgrave. He's going to pop one foul out of play. And number 17, Keaton Musgrave, opened this inning up. First pitch to right field down the line and evidently near the corner. Caden Minnick fielded it by that time. Musgrave, he could fly. He was moving. The bases probably looked like a Coach Bourdonnais back in his senior days. They're going to try a suicide squeeze. Successful. They'll get the run across. Suicide squeeze from third base. And they'll give up the out, but they'll get the run. And that suicide squeeze bunt right there by Alistair Schrock. So coming in to score from third base, Keaton Musgrave. It's a 4-1 ball game. 2 outs. Let's suicide squeeze. With 1 out, they get the second out, but give up a run. Going to be a base hit down the right field line. It's going to go near the corner. Be cut off right there by Caden Minnick. Caden Minnick with some good defensive play keeps the runner at first base, and that was Ethan Acord. So Ethan Acord probably thought he was going to get a double. Caden Minnick said no. So 1 run in. There are 2 outs. Stepping into bat is Kokensparger. Number 5, Perry Kokensparger. He plays first base. Pulls the card out of the back pocket, reads it, puts it back in. Right-handed batter's box. Runner at first base is Ethan Acord. 2 out. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. He'll take one down the left field line. He's going to drop in there, base hit. Going to pick it up on 2 hops. That was Isaac Suppinger. And there are 2 aboard, first and second base. So runners at first and second with 2 out. Kokensparger gets himself aboard with the base hit to left field. And then Coach Borden, going to walk out, going to have a conversation with the infield. He's going to call for a relief pitcher, and it's going to be Lucas Gerke. Lucas Gerke going to trade his batting, I should say his glove there at the dugout, get his pitching glove, and get rid of that first baseman's glove. The girth is too long. Back in the day, I had a coach tell me it was okay for a first baseman's glove to be used by the pitcher. And I'm still beside myself. We went ahead and let him use it. And he gloved the very first ground ball that came to his left and threw the runner out. So that was something else. But we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by PutMeInSports.com. Internet radio sports since 2008. Happy to support education-based high school varsity sports. Baseball in the spring, Lafayette Central Catholic Knights baseball. Football in the fall, Tipton Blue Devils football. Basketball in the winter, Tipton Blue Devils boys basketball. So we're going to get some warm-ups right there. And we'll also mention CaminoandCompany.com. Camino and Company, they're in downtown Noblesville. Camino and Company, a mobile flower shop brought to you by local flower farmers and providers. Small business partners and the CNC founders. The mascot of Camino and Company is a 1984 El Camino, which belongs to my dad, as V.E. Witham, and Carly Elbrecht's grandpa. That's V.E. Witham, and it's an El Camino SS. The goal of Camino and Company is to please each customer from their concept to Camino and Company's completion. You can explore their quality website. That's Camino-and-company.com. Camino and Company. They are now booking for 2024 brides. They'll provide your flowers for your convenience. It could be at a wedding. It could be at an anniversary party. It could be a number of things. And we'll mention right now on the pitcher's rubber is Lucas Gerke. Lucas Gerke, a right-handed pitcher. Lucas Gerke wears number 10. He's a junior class member. He's got 17 and a third innings thus far this season. He's got a win-loss column. That's 2 wins, 0 losses. He's 6 foot tall, 170. Pitcher and an infielder. He does play first base. He came over to pitch from first base. This is appearance number 7. He has started 1 game. He has faced 72 batters. He's thrown 258 pitches. He's allowed 10 runs. I take it back, 10 hits, 6 runs. 2 of those runs were earned. He's walked 4. He struck out 20, and 6 of those strikeouts went down looking. And he's got a .808 ERA. Right-handed pitcher, out of stretch, now the set, first pitch. Inside edge, strike called. In the batter's box, 3-hitter, number 4, John Warren. John Warren, the catcher. He'll step back in. John Warren batting .449 in 15 ball games. Keep in mind, the Comets have played 17. Out of set, here comes the pitch. Curveball finishes away and low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. John Warren batting. John Warren has 18 RBI. John Warren has 22 hits in 15 ball games. Here's the pitch. Going to be back in the middle. Couldn't make the grab. Hudson Gutwine goes into center field. Brent Robbins going to throw a dart to home plate, sliding in head first. Safe is number 1, Ethan Acord. And the Comets have put another one on the board. Coach Heisner, who called time, he's going to make an adjustment with his lineup. He's going to go with a courtesy. Not sure what the. So I'm not quite sure what just took place there. So they're going to call the third out, and I'm a little bit flabbergasted from reading over here. And they just ended the bottom of the 4th inning. Not quite sure, but we'll go from there. We'll mention Eastern Comets picked up 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th. It's now a 5-1 ball game. Comets in front of the Knights. And we'll also mention this game is in parts being brought to you by Sign Production. Sign Production. A business with a good sign is a sign of good business. Computer-generated, painted, and sandblasted signs. Billboard advertising, large format signage. Vehicle graphics and lettering. Banners and window lettering. Sign Production since 1985. You can reach them by dialing 317-946-2424. That's 317-946-2424. We'll get some final warm-up tosses right here, actually. Wait for the catcher to come out. And so first batter for the Knights, he's still on deck circle, is number 9, Hudson Gutwine. And they're getting some warm-up tosses right here. Number 20, Colin Otto is acting like the catcher there. He probably took a break in this ball game. He got hit probably about the middle of the back in his first at bat, I believe it was. And coach elects to go ahead and put Keaton Musgrave in the ball game for Colin Otto. So putting his gear on, has the gear on, putting his batting glove on, that left hand, try to keep that ball from stinging a little less in that glove, is John Warren. So the Knights getting ready to bat. And Corbin Snyder says, I'm ready. You can throw it down. And he calls 2. And John Warren going to throw to second base. Going to one hop in there. Taken by the second baseman, Ethan Acord. And stepping into bat for the Knights is Hudson Gutwine. 5-1 contest. Comets in front. Knights batting here in the top of the 5th inning. Hudson Gutwine. Here comes the wind and the pitch from Corbin Snyder. Upstairs, swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike to Gutwine. Going to step back in, right-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch. Good glove, short hop glove, backhand by John Warren. 1 ball, 1 strike. Peering in, looking at signals. How the wind up, Corbin Snyder. Here comes the 1-1. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. First batter, Knights batting in the top of the 5th inning. Here comes the pitch. Healthy cut, swing and a miss. So the scoreboard acting up just a little bit. The score has gone away. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch outside. Ball 3. 3-2 count. Got to rely on the home plate umpire, Chris Miller, for these strikes or ball strikes situation. Scoreboard is out of commission. Going to pop one up back to the screen. Ball is saved by the screen. So 3-2 count. Hudson Gutwine has seen that count more than once today. He'll step back in. He earned a walk, and they're going to start a bit early there. Umpire behind the plate says, wait for me. After a foul ball, he's got to bring it live. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, back to the screen again. 3-2. Getting ready to happen for the third time for Gutwein. As mentioned, Hudson Gutwein, 45 quality at bats entering this ball game. Here comes a 3-2 again. Swung on, he'll take one to right field. Going to back up, going to move to his right. Going to try to make the catch, and he will. Out there in right field, I believe it was 17, Keaton Musgrave. So Musgrave, left-handed. Left-handed, he's a true lefty. Got that triple from the plate. Left-handed batter's box. So one out. Stepping in is Lucas Gerke for the Knights. Here comes the wind in the pitch. Outside, ball one. So one ball, no strikes. Lucas Gerke going to step back in. Left-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball two. Lucas Gerke, batting average 326. 537 on base percentage. Here comes a 2-0. Outside, ball three. Trying to work that outside edge. Right-handed pitcher, Corbin Snyder. Count goes 3-0 to Lucas Gerke. John Warren steps out in front of the plate. Probably words of encouragement to Corbin Snyder. 3 balls, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. Strike called, outside edge. Might have been outside half. Gerke thought it was maybe a little bit tall. It was close. Count goes 3-1. Here comes a wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes full at 3-2. Gotta admit, Eastern Comets pitcher Corbin Snyder throwing with good velocity. Here's a 3-2. Swing and a miss. So he'll go down swinging, and the Knights have 2 out here in the top of the 5th inning. So next batter can step in, another left-handed batter, number 20, right fielder, Caden Minnick. He'll step in. On deck is Bren Robbins. Here comes the pitch. They call inside edge, strike called. No balls, 1 strike. Home plate umpire has been good. He's been right there. Here comes a pitch. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Nice placement by Corbin Snyder. No balls, 2 strikes. Corbin Snyder, Caden Minnick. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Foul ball, left side. Gonna bounce off the wall there, picked up by Coach Bourdonnais, third base coach. So it's in that box, 0-2 count once again to Caden Minnick. Peering in, looking at signals. Here comes a wind in the pitch. Low for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 count. Caden Minnick. Knights batting, top of the 5th. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Foul one off the screen. He'll stay in that box again with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. And I think they had the score a bit wrong there. It says 4-1, not 5-1, but we'll go from there. Breaking pitch could be a ground ball. Slow roller, third base, picked up by Lee. They'll throw to first base. They're going to call him out. So Lee throws across the diamond. Slow roller had to come in, throw it on the run to Perry Kokensparger. And the Knights are retired in the top of the 5th inning. So the scoring situation is Eastern Comets got 2 in the bottom of the 1st. Eastern Comets and Central Catholic Knights neither scored in the 2nd inning. And then the Eastern Comets came up with 1. I think that I will start women's of the guest team. That's the Knights. Knights got 1 in the top of the 3rd. And the Eastern Comets got 1 back in the 3rd. And the Knights did not score in the 4th. Eastern Comets picked up 1. Knights couldn't score in the 5th. And the Eastern Comets getting ready to bat in the bottom of the 5th. It is a 4-1 ball game. Comets in front. The Comets are going to bat in the bottom of the 5th. And we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Your Home Away from Home. Do you sometimes wonder how relaxing it would be to take your family to Florida, but you don't have a place to stay? Well, you can enjoy that home away from home in Davenport, Florida. Enjoy a 4 bedroom, 4.5 bath, spacious town home available for short term or long term stays. That's in Davenport, Florida. Davenport, Florida is a vacation destination in northeastern Polk County. That's close proximity to the Walt Disney World, and that's a theme park in Orlando. And if you enjoy warm sand and sunny beaches, just 90 minutes separate you from 4 beaches right there, getting ready to bat. You can go online to inquire 353 Captiva at gmail.com. Here comes the first pitch from Gerke, bottom of the fifth. Ball, just a ball high above the zone. Eastern Comet batter is the four-hitter, number 7, Corbin Snyder. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, he'll foul one back to the screen, and that screen will save another baseball. So 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Bottom of the fifth inning. Eastern Comets batting. 1-1 count. Here comes a pitch to Snyder. He'll take one the other way. He'll go to right field. Going to get the gap, and it's going to be picked up there in center field by Brent Robbins in the gap. Couldn't quite catch it on first time through. Had to digress and catch it a little bit deeper. Still in front of the warning track. And Corbin Snyder gets himself aboard with a 2-base hit. So Snyder is at second base. Snyder is the pitcher of record for the Comets. He's gone the distance. First batter going to step, I should say second batter in the step in here in the inning. Bottom of the fifth is the 5-hitter, number 10, Colt Snyder, shortstop, right-handed batter. So one aboard. Jackson Kane might be having difficulty with his earpiece. Might not be catching all the words from Coach Bourdonnais. So timeout is called. Might have been by the batter, Colt Snyder. Just step back in. Working from a stretch. Now the set. Gerke, here's the pitch. Going to put a bunt down. The bunt at left side picked up by the pitcher. Lucas Gerke, they'll get the out at first base. Corbin Snyder will move to third base in a sacrifice bunt off the bat of Colt Snyder. So 1 out. Bottom of the fifth inning. Runner at third base. Stepping into bat is going to be the designated hitter, number 34, Trey Beachy. Trey Beachy in 13 games, 43 plate appearances, 28 at-bats. Working out a stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, back door. Might have been a slider, not a lot of break. Strike called. Count goes 0-1 to Beachy. Beachy has a .390 on-base percentage. He'll step back in. Left-handed batter's box. A little bit of an open stance. Runner at third base is Corbin Snyder. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. High and away, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 count, 1 out. Trey Beachy looking at that card in his back left pocket. He'll put it back in. So we'll see if something's up here. Not sure. Hope it's not another suicide squeeze. Here comes the pitch. It was going to be, and then they're going to get him in a rundown at third base. Sliding in there, going to get him on the tag. Got his arm on the way to the base. Head first slide. Suicide squeeze can be good. Sometimes it's not good. Suicide squeeze is called. The batter has got to get the bat on the ball, even if it's a foul ball. But so they couldn't get it that time. So they move Corbin to third base, and they get the out with the suicide squeeze malfunction. Going to go left side. Going to pop one in. Going to be called for by the shortstop. Deep behind third base in the grass, and a good catch made by Hudson Gutwein. And the Knights get out of the inning. So the Comets leave nobody on base, but you got to imagine Coach Heisner just working his ball team. He's getting ready for the postseason, and he's only about halfway through the season. That's pretty good territory to travel. Coach Eric Heisner, as Matt Jensen tells me, he's tremendous. And I don't think he needs to tell me that because I kind of believe it anyway. But anyway, we'll go to the top of the sixth inning. It's a 4-1 ball game. Knights are going to bat. And we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment since 1955. ReynoldsFarmEquipment.com, your Central Indiana equipment dealer, serving customers and the community since 1955. That's Reynolds Farm Equipment. They are family owned and operated. Reynolds Farm Equipment supplies farmers, landscapers, contractors, and homeowners of Central Indiana with a full line of new and used certified John Deere products, parts and service for agriculture, residential, and commercial construction equipment. Their hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, they're open 7:30 a.m. to 12 noon. They are closed on Sunday. You can stop by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Inside is Titus Bakery and Deli. You can enjoy breakfast and or lunch. Titus Bakery and Deli, they're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. On Saturday, they're open 7 a.m. to 12 noon. That's Reynolds Farm Equipment and Titus Bakery and Deli. They're in Hamilton County, 1451 East 276th Street. That's rural Atlanta, Indiana. They're right there along US 31 in northern Hamilton County, right there at 276th Street. You can't miss it. That's Reynolds Farm Equipment, Titus Bakery and Deli. So Knights are going to bat in the top of the sixth inning. First batter going to step in. Center fielder, Bryn Robbins. Bryn Robbins wears number 33. He's outside the box here looking for signals. No signals given by Coach Bourdonnais. Bryn Robbins, right-handed batter's box in 18 ball games, 68 plate appearances, 53 at-bats. He's batting 396 as the four-hitter. Ground ball, third base, going to be fielded right there by Riley Lee. You throw across the diamond and get the put out with Perry Kokensparger. There's one out here in the top of the sixth. So next batter going to step in for the Knights. It's going to be number 3, Jackson Kane. Jackson Kane is the catcher for the Knights. Right-handed batter's box. He'll step in. 67 plate appearances, 51 at-bats. First pitch, breaking ball. He'll take it out of play. Right side, foul ball. No balls, one strike, Jackson Kane. 5-hitter for the Knights. He's batting 216. He got a 364 on base. He's got 11 hits. We'll double check that in just a moment. 11 hits, 7 are singles. And then 1 double and a home run. Healthy cut, swing and a miss. Outside edge, a bit low. Count goes 0-2. He'll step back in. Right-handed batter's box. Playing him straight away. Here comes the pitch. Foul ball, left side up against the screen. So Jackson going to stay in that box. No balls, 2 strikes. Jackson Kane on the season. He's got 34 quality at-bats. That's in 67 plate appearances. Jackson Kane, 13 RBI. He scored 12 runs. Here's the pitch. Low and away, ball 1. 1-2 count to the Knights 5-hitter. There's 1 out. Top of the 6th inning. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Above the zone, ball 1. I should mention, Eastern Comets going with their relief pitcher. Here on the diamond is number 10, Colt Snyder, another right-handed pitcher. Checks his swing. They're going to check it. They're going to say, no, he didn't go. And that's a ball. So they'll go 2-2. Jackson Kane. Colt Snyder. He's got 16 innings under his belt. And he's got 3 game starts. This is a relief effort. Here's the pitch. High for a ball. Jackson Kane going to go down 0-2 in the count and then earn a walk. So he'll get a base on balls. Jackson Kane to first base. He now picks up walk number 13 on the season. That's in 18 ball games. So next batter, we're going to see a different batter in the ball game here. We're going to stepping in for the six hitter. Keaton Brooks is going to be number 30. Gus Sandberg, right-handed batter. Gus Sandberg, will mention, he's a sophomore by class. He's played in 10 ball games, 5'10", 215. Pretty strong young man, batting 292. Out of the set, here comes a pitch from Snyder. That's Colt Snyder now doing the pitching. Corbin Snyder went 5 complete innings. Gave up 1 run. Stepping in, Gus Sandberg out of the stretch. Now the set. Here comes the pitch. Right there, thigh zone, right across the ditch, strike called. Snap throw from John Warren back to first base, and Jackson Kane head first back in there safely. 1 ball, 1 strike to Sandberg. Here comes the pitch. He's going to take one to left center field. Going to move to his right. Going to try to make the catch. Couldn't make it. It's going to bounce up against the fence in left center field. They're going to round third base with Jackson Kane, throw to the plate, and Jackson Kane going to slide in safely. So Gus Sandberg picks up a 2-base hit to left center field and an RBI, and the Knights have 1 run here in the top of the 6th. So Coach Bourdonnais going to go to the well again. He's going to make an adjustment, and Gus Sandberg is going to jog off the diamond, and Keaton Brooks is going to re-enter. Keaton Brooks going to re-enter, and then Coach Bourdonnais brings him out to second base. So Gus Sandberg does the job. So stepping in is going to be Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer, runner at second base, 1 out. Top of the 6th inning, 1 run in for the Knights. Breaking pitch inside, swing and a miss. Pretty good placement there by Colt Snyder with that breaking pitch to the lefty, Alex Schumer. Worked it at the middle of the plate, broke in and low. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, you go the other way with it. Actually, you go to shallow center field, and the right fielder comes in to make the catch. When you might have thought the center fielder, Alistair Schrock, or second baseman Ethan Acord was going to make the catch out of nowhere. Coming in from right field, I believe that was Keaton Musgrave. So 2 outs on the diamond. Keaton Brooks is the runner at second base. Stepping in is Stapleton, Mikey Stapleton, in 15 ball games, 54 plate appearances, 44 at-bats. Here's the pitch. High, well above the zone, ball 1. Mikey Stapleton, batting average of 273. He's got an on-base percentage of 385. Mikey Stapleton, right-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch from Snyder. High above the zone. Some chin music for Mikey Stapleton. So 2 balls, no strikes. Steps back in. Working from a stretch, looking at signals. Now out of the set, here comes a 2-0. Outside and low, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Gavin Boutel is on deck. 3-0 count. Colt Snyder, here's the pitch. Inside a ball. So a 4-pitch walk issued to Mikey Stapleton. He'll jog to first base. Knights have 2 aboard, first and second base. It's a 4-2 ball game. I know we said 5 a couple of innings ago, but evidently that wasn't correct. Scoreboard now 4-2. Comets in front. Here comes a pitch. Breaking pitch. Strike called. Got the outside edge and broke away. Nicely placed breaking pitch by Colt Snyder. So Gavin Boutel in the batter's box. Here comes the 0-1. Ground ball up the middle, going to be fielded by the second baseman. They'll go unassisted right there, and I believe that was number 7, Corbin Snyder. So evidently they traded places for positions. So Knights come up with 1 in the top of the 6th inning. It's now a 4-2 ball game. The Comets are going to bat in the bottom of the sixth. So looking pretty good right here. We'll also mention a little bit about that NFL draft. Marvin Harrison Jr. Marvin Harrison, Marvin Harrison for the Colts. Colts Marvin Harrison's son, Marvin Harrison Jr. was the particular target for the first guy that would be taken in the draft that was not a quarterback, and they got that right. So Arizona Cardinals picked up Marvin Harrison Jr. And we'll also mention I'm a Vikings fan, and Kirk Cousins. He left the Vikings. He became an Atlanta Falcon. And so Kirk Cousins, pretty much starting quarterback. You're thinking, and then the Atlanta Falcons drafted that Penix. Penix, the quarterback, Penix Jr. His first name escapes me, but he's from the Washington Huskies. The Atlanta Falcons picked him at number 8, that first round of the draft. And from what I understand, Kirk Cousins, not real happy about that, but Kirk Cousins is a quality guy. He's 35. He'll help him. He'll bring him up the ranks and get him ready for the future. But without a doubt, Kirk Cousins is going to be the starter at Atlanta Falcons. So left-handed batter's box. We'll mention the Knights pitching with Gerke. Pitch comes in there low, ball 1. So back in the batter's box, first pitch, his last at-bat, Keaton Musgrave went down right field corner, got a triple. Here comes a pitch. He'll pop this one foul straight back out of play. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Left-handed batter's box. Keaton Musgrave. Here's the pitch from Gerke. Breaking pitch, perfectly placed. Backdoor curveball broke right in there. That backdoor curveball, it means he's going to curve it away from the batter. Righty facing the lefty, and it climbs back in. Here's the pitch. He's going to take another one. First baseline. It's a foul ball that time. Didn't get the sweet spot on that bat. That fielded right there at first base by Isaac Suppinger. Suppinger playing first base. Keaton Brooks is in left field. Here comes the pitch. High for a ball. Going to get just above the glove of Jackson Kane. And they're going to get the pad right there back at the backstop. Nice facility. I'll mention the Eastern Comets are going to host their sectional. Pitch comes in high and away. Ball 3. 3-2 count. Eastern Comets hosting, and Central Catholic hosting their sectional. Here comes a wind in the 3-2. Strike 3, going to strike him out. So you're going to go down looking. There's 1 out here on the diamond. Bottom of the 6th inning. Eastern Comets, they're Class 2A, Sectional 39. Knights Class 1A, Sectional 54. So right-handed batter's box. Right there. Here comes the first pitch to Atherton. Swing and miss. So no balls, 1 strike. JT Atherton wears number 12 for the Comets. Take one to right field. Cade Minnick has a bead on it. He'll block the sun, and then he'll catch the baseball. There are 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Atherton flies out to right field. Next batter going to step in. Going to be the 9-hitter, Alistair Schrock. Alistair Schrock, center fielder in today's ball game. Here comes a wind in the pitch. Gerke, breaking pitch, swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. 2 out, bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 4-2 ball game. Comets in front. Pitch comes in low. Good block by Jackson Kane. Count goes 1-1. Working from the windup. Looking over the glove. Here comes the pitch from Gerke. Low and away. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. 9-hitter, number 2, Alistair Schrock. Peering over the glove. Here comes the wind and the 2-1 pitch. You're going to pop one, foul, out of play. So he'll stay in there. And then we'll mention 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th, here comes a pitch by Gerke. Low for a ball. Another good block by Jackson Kane. Count goes 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Alistair Schrock. Peering over the glove, Gerke. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. Foul ball back to the screen. Alistair Schrock in the process of a quality at bat. So on deck is number 1, Ethan Acord. He's the one hitter for the Comets. 3-2 count to Alistair Schrock. Out of the windup, Lucas Gerke. Outside edge, knee high, strike called. They'll set him down looking. So the Knights and the Comets after 6 complete. Comets in front, 4. Knights 2. Knights are going to bat in the top of the 7th inning. And again, we'll mention a little bit about Lisa Stokes Bear. Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21 Sheets Company. We'll mention when you're thinking about residential or corporate relocations, you know, a perfect house can soon become a perfect home. And Lisa Stokes Bear would like nothing more than to utilize her 20 plus years of experience to help you begin that process. Yes, real estate reliability is something a professional real estate agent and or a real estate broker strives for, such as Lisa Stokes Bear. Your happiness and her success are two of the same. For the real estate lady with the high quality IQ, we'll mention it's Lisa Stokes Bear. You can call her by cellular phone or you can text message her at 317 513 4086. Again, her number is 317 513 4086. That's Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21. So the Knights going to step in with their leadoff batter in the ball game. That's Hudson Gutwine. Hudson Gutwine going to step in, right-handed batter's box. Top of the 7th inning. Hudson Gutwine, batting average of 327 on base, 514. Here's the pitch from Colt Snyder. Fastball across the dish, strike called. So Gutwine going to step back in. Right-handed batter's box. Here comes a right-handed pitch. Breaking pitch above the zone, just above ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Peering in, looking at signals. Right-handed batter's box. Here comes a pitch. Low and outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Hudson Gutwine. He'll step in, tap the plate. Here comes the wind by Snyder. Right across the dish, strike called. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gutwine going to have to unleash the bat. Right-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch. They're going to strike him out. Breaking pitch. Broke across the dish. There's 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Next batter going to step in. It's Lucas Gerke. Lucas Gerke. Where's number 10? Lucas Gerke batting 326 on the season. 537 on base. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch. High for ball 1. Lucas Gerke, left-handed batter, facing the righty, Colt Snyder. Here comes the pitch. Going to be a swing. Going to go to right center field. Going to back up the right fielder. Couldn't get it. Going to pick it up on the 1 hop, but that's going to be picked up by the center fielder. And Lucas Gerke gets himself aboard with a 2-base hit to right center field. Got by the right fielder out there. I believe that was Keaton Musgrave. And that's finally picked up against the warning track by the center fielder, Alistair Schrock. So the Knights have 1 aboard with 1 out. Stepping in is Caden Minnick, three-hitter for the Knights. Left-handed batter's box. We're going to have a stretch. Now the set. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, low and inside, ball one. One ball, no strikes. Keaton Minnick, senior class member. Out of the set. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Inside edge, strike called. Nice placement there by Colt Snyder. Count goes 1-1. One out. Runner at second base with a double is Lucas Kirky. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch. Across the dish. Strike called. 1-2 count. Peering in, looking at signals. Colt Snyder now out of the set. He'll check second base. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Going to be fielded by the first baseman, Kokensparger, and he'll toss it to the pitcher, Colt Snyder, and there are two out. Moves the runner. Lucas Gerke moves to third base on the ground ball right side of the infield. So with two outs, stepping into bat is number 33, Bren Robbins. Bren Robbins, let's see if he can take a first swing for himself. Take his cut. This fence is not super long. Outside breaking pitch, ball one. So Bren Robbins, right-handed batter's box. Peering in, looking at signals, Colt Snyder. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Outside, ball two. Snyder trying to paint that corner. They call it a corner. It's outside edge. Trying to hit that spot. Here comes a 2-0 pitch to Robbins. High above the zone, ball three. Bren Robbins likely going to have a take sign, universal take sign here in the ball game. So 3-0 count. Out of the set, here comes a pitch from Colt Snyder. Low for ball four. So Bren Robbins, a 4-pitch walk. Coach comes out of the dugout. Coach Eric Heisner. A lot of baseball IQ on the diamond with these coaches. Coach Bourdonnais, Coach Heisner. Incredible baseball IQ. So they're talking right there at the pitcher's rubber. The whole infield is in. And I will go ahead and mention I came up with this information. Round 5, pick number 162. The New York Giants pick running back Tyrone Tracy Jr. from Purdue. So that's a good thing. Tyrone Tracy Jr. going to play running back. We'll hope he'll make the team. New York Giants can sure use him. So stepping in for the Knights, number 3, Jackson Kane. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of stretch, now the set. Here comes the pickoff move. Thought about the 31. Kind of drug that right foot, but no throw made back to first base. No throw needed with Bren Robbins near the bag. So Jackson Kane. Here comes the pitch. Swing. Going to go to third base. Going to back up to make the play. Going to throw across the diamond. And that's going to be the third out in the ball game. And the Eastern Comets are going to capture a win. After 6.5, final score, Eastern Comets 4, Central Catholic Knights 2. A good ball game right here. A lot of hands being shaken right there. It's all good. And the Knights and the Eastern Comets are going to shake hands as they cross home plate area. We do thank you for tuning in. We hope that you'll tune in on Friday. The Knights will be going against the Lebanon Tigers. I think that game is at, don't quote me, I think it might be at LCC. But anyway, check the listing. Friday at 6 o'clock, the Knights will play again. They'll go against the Lebanon Tigers. And we'll mention the Eastern Comets, their next game. Going to happen tomorrow. It says 7 p.m. in Max Preps. Taylor Titans probably going to be right here with the Eastern Comets. We thank my wife back home for sound check. She monitors the ball game. We appreciate that. And I'd like to thank my good friend up in the booth, public address. That is Matt Jensen. He is a big-time Comets fan, but maybe a bigger Pacer fan. We hope you'll watch the Pacers tonight, 9:30. So until then, we'll see you Friday. And we'll mention no matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning. Thanks, AJ. Thank you. See you later.
How far is it for you to get home?
25 miles.
Okay, you had a shorter distance.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'm glad about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I run my cycle again, but I knew I had to bring these two tables.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My friends up in food. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And you would have been
Yeah. Yeah. He's a big fan. I talked about it.
Oh, yeah.
His dad was all state tight end
Okay.
for Eastern back in the late 70s.
Okay.
Playing stuff. He
Right.
was real good.
What class are they?
Two.
Are they together?
Yeah. They're going to host their sections.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I just think it's new because all the grass is just
They all
fancy.
grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just brand new.
Yeah.
I wonder where am I getting this from?
I know.
Yeah, we're going to get an hour.
Got an hour and a half to drive.
Oh, I know about them. All right, we'll see you.